Hello, and of course, welcome back to 16 years and now kid free. Not a bad view that again. It's a lot warmer down here, a lot warmer. And Bowen's alright. He's down there having a good old munch. You having a good munch there, mate? Don't blame you for ignoring me. Bless him. Well, let's go. My thoughts on today. Let's sit back in the car. It's a bit warmer in here. Oh, and it's comfy. Oh, there we go. Right. Oh, rightio. My thoughts on today. Crampons. Who would have knew they were such a great idea? Not gonna lie, I ended up on my ass quite a few times, and there was a few sections where just a bit better. A few sections where I had to come down, literally squatting on one foot, other foot in front of me, sliding down, which, you know, brings me on to the more serious point of it. Don't get me wrong, I had amazing fun. You know, it's what I love to do. But, you know, even parts of today, I was worried that I might have bitten off more than I can chew, you know. But that goes into safety planning. You know, a lot of people think, oh, well, you just go up the mountain and come back down again. Excuse me, yes. Thank you, Bats for Nets, for sponsoring me a beer, or some beer, shall I say. But yeah, a lot of people think, well, it's just a mountain, you can go up it, you come down. But Mother Nature can bite you in the arse so quickly, it is unreal. I mean, there was many occasions today where I thought I'd lost the path, and I really did not think, oh God, you know, I'm up Ben Lomond, you know, I've lost the path, where am I going to go? Which comes down to forward thinking, you know. Forward thinking is, you know, in the summer months, you might have seen me done when I done Ben Lomond in October. Perfectly clear day, you know, you can see what's going on, but it can still bite you in the arse. Today, even driving up to Ben Lomond, you know, I saw it was a snowy mess up there. So one of the first things I did that nobody sees, and I suggest everybody should do this, was I contacted a very good adventurer friend of mine. You know, even though he's down in the southeast, but he's done the West Highland Way more times than I have, and I've done it 3 times. He's attempted Ben Lomond, but the weather was too bad and he turned back. He's attempted Ben Nevis, but I messaged him straight off. You know, I said, look, I'm going up Ben Lomond. The weather conditions aren't the greatest, you know, shall I say. You know, I'm going up now. I plan to be back around this time. If it gets to a certain time, which I said 8 o'clock, you know, alert, you know, put some alerts out for me, you know, and don't set off thinking, oh yeah, I've done that. You know, I waited for him. Lucky enough, he messaged back, you know, reasonably quickly, and he said, just be careful, which I know straight away. You know, if something goes wrong, you know, as I said, I was on my arse a couple of times as an able-bodied person that's been up Corritu, Sleevely, Crow Patrick, Scarfell, Snowdon, many times up Penavan, Ben Lurdy, Ben Lawyers, Ben Glass. This is my second time I've been doing Ben Lomond, you know. But if you break your ankle, you're buggered. You're absolutely buggered, you know. So when you think, well, if that does happen, you know, what can I do to mitigate having, you know, getting even more serious? So as well as the gear that you saw me that I had on today, I had an extra jumper in there for me, a really thick jumper. I know it looks quite garish and whatnot. I had that to put on me, and then for Bowen I had a waterproof jacket to wrap him up in, because, you know, he might be able and everything, but if I let him go, bugger knows where he'll end up being. So, you know, really do think ahead. You know, the best safety gear you can have is the stuff that you don't use. Yeah, if you don't use it, you know you prepared yourself properly, you know, and that's the way it goes. So yeah, don't get me wrong, brilliant day. I love mountain hiking. I absolutely love mountain hiking. The camaraderie, which is another safety tip. You know, I asked people here that have been up yesterday, asked them what the conditions were like and everything like that. You know, even with people that went up at 5 o'clock this morning. Not my cup of tea, but you know, I asked them what are the conditions like. And believe me, don't ever think that people go, oh well, I can't be bothered to talk to somebody, you should really know. You know, you will never ever find that on mountains, ever. You know, the only time you would ever find that is if somebody doesn't know mountain hiking that well anyway, in which point you don't really want their advice. But yeah, ask them and they will always give you as much advice and answer any of your questions. Which brings me on to the final thing, you know, and I say it every single time. If you're able to do so, and I'm, you know, 41, half a hip, face full of metal, hearing aids, false teeth, you know, and I still enjoy it. There was a fella today who was diagnosed with fibromyalgia. I think I pronounced that right. Oh, Bo wants to come in now. Come on in, bud. Yeah, and he was even attempting it, because if you're in that mindset where you're depressed, or you know you are diagnosed with something, get out there and do things, because if you just wallow into it, you spiral out of control, and by the time you've finished, you know, you've been up there, you know, you conquered it and you're back down. Fair enough, you know, it was a bit sketchy, really sketchy at times, you know. You can leave that headspace and you can feel positive about yourself. Even if I didn't make it, and I said it to every person I went past, you know. There's a white duck over there. Fair enough. We said it to quite a few people I walked past. I said, you know, I'm going to go up. If it seems a bit too dodgy for me, then I'll turn around. I don't see that as a failure in, you know, knowing my limits and knowing I don't want to put other people in trouble, which... You know, there's a group of 6 lads that went up and they were nowhere near equipped. They were in sportswear, Nike trainers, you know, and you just like, oh my word. And I even said to them, if, you know, don't see failure if you don't make it. Honestly, just don't see failure. But yeah, that was epic. Wasn't it, Bowen? Yeah, he's looking a bit suspect at me. But, you know, and that brings me on to another point. Yes, I love you too. Another point. I was thinking of having a few days rest and then going up Ben More. But Ben More is an extra 500-600 foot higher than Ben Lomond. And it's further north than Ben Lomond. So, yeah, I think for me, it'd be suicidal if I haven't got crampons. And, you know, Berwin, when he got to the top of that, even he was starting to wear a little bit. So, yeah, please get out there, have fun, have adventures, but be safe with it. And on that note, like I always say, take it easy. Let me switch off the phone, you. Take it easy, keep adventuring, and love you, bye.